Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Dr. Jack. Thank you all so much for being here, and this is installment number 3 of my spilling the tea about VSG surgery after 50. So just a little recap. I had VSG surgery December 20th, 2022, and so this vlog will document my second month after having surgery. It's currently I'm currently almost 4 months post-op, but this hair is in my eye, but I'm kind of just catching you guys up what it was like month to month. So month 2 began on January 20th through January 21st through February 20th. And so this vlog will kind of talk about some of the things that happened during that month, how I felt, what I could eat, things like that. So, but before we get into that, I want to do 2 things. First, I would like to remind you, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. You can pause the video right here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like this video, and you can leave me a comment. I'd certainly appreciate it. I try to respond to all my comments. If you have questions, I will answer those questions. So please, go ahead and leave your questions below and subscribe. I thank you all so much for subscribing. I appreciate you all. I'm getting some really good feedback and some really good comments, and I thank you all for being so kind and so, gracious and inquisitive. I appreciate it. I appreciate the questions. If I can help, I want to help. So, and now before we get into the vlog, the second thing that I want to do is talk about some things that I didn't really go into detail about in the previous vlogs. And the first thing is about who my surgeon was. And so my surgeon was Dr. Walter Sauter from the Louisiana Center for Weight Loss Surgery. He founded that center because he recognized the need to have a comprehensive weight loss center in his hometown, which is also my hometown. And so the Weight Loss Center was recognized as a bariatric surgery center of excellence by the American Society of Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery, and this was in 2007. So he's been practicing and doing the surgery for a while, and I wanted someone who was experienced, who had done the surgery, who was recognized in the field as a pioneer in the field of doing the surgery, because it's a very serious surgery. So I wanted to make sure that I was choosing wisely. And so there were a couple surgeons to choose from in my area, and I just I chose Dr. Sauter because I have had surgery with a Dr. Sauter previously. I think it was his cousin or maybe his brother, I can't remember, but I do know that the Sauters as surgeons are very well respected, very reputable surgeons. And so that's who I went with. And so I had my surgery at the Physicians and Surgeons Hospital in Monroe, Louisiana. And I think I told you previously that the surgery costed me, the flat rate was $13,100. For me and my insurance, it was not covered, so I had to be a cash patient. They do tell you a few things. If you shop around, you can probably, if you don't have, just $13,000 laying around, you could do your own financing for your own credit card, or however the case may be. Go to your local credit union or whatever. But there is a company that does medical financing. There are a couple out there. There's like Care Credit, and then also Prosper. They do medical financing, and they have pretty good rates. So if you want to get financing through one of those companies, or just get cash, that's how you could cover the cost of the surgery. Otherwise, if you're in an area where it's covered with your insurance, then no problem. But like I said, it was not covered on my insurance, so I was a cash payment. Dr. Sauter's office, which I would suspect most any other surgeons or facilities, as long as you can pay. If your insurance doesn't cover it, I don't think they care if you are using your credit card or if you are financing it on your own, just as long as you are able to pay for it. So that is the first thing. So breaking down that $13,100 fee, the surgeon's fee for the gastrectomy was $4,450. The surgery center's fee was $8,000. Anesthesia was $450. That's $12,900. And then I had to pay another, I think, altogether another maybe $600 or $700 for other things, like to meet with the psychiatrist and for medications, blood work, paying lab fees and all those sorts of things. So, and that's not including like the protein shakes and foods and things that I would need afterwards. So, you know, they say the flat rate is $13,100, but there are other fees included. So, I would suggest if anyone is considering the surgery, to really talk with your surgeon and the facility just to see what fees are included, what you will need on top of the published fees, so that you'll be well prepared and there are no surprises when you've decided to move forward with the surgery. Okay, so that is Dr. Sauter's information. And like I said, I did have to undergo a psychological evaluation with a psychiatrist, and that fee is not paid. Everything that you pay is actually paid separately. I paid a separate hospital bill when I went to check in, you know, like a few days before the surgery. I had to have that paid in full. So I paid a separate hospital bill. I paid a separate surgeon's bill. I paid a separate anesthesia bill. So everything was paid separately. So the day that I went to see the psychiatrist, I had to pay him that day. So that is that on that. The next thing I want to talk about is my plan, my weight loss plan. So I did have a nutritionist, and I still meet with the nutritionist, Marcy Parker. She's a licensed dietary nutritionist and a registered dietitian. So she provided me with this booklet here, and I'll put some pictures on the side of what's in it, but it says A Whole New Perspective on Life, and it really, really is a whole new perspective on life. And so in this booklet, it gave me everything that I needed to know about what I had to do as far as the surgery was concerned. So for the basics, I had to follow a diet for 4 weeks after the surgery. I had to do a diet prior to the surgery. I had to avoid concentrated sweets, fats, and fried foods, which I'm almost 4 months out now, although this video is it's a recap of month 2. I'm actually almost 4 months out, and I have had, within the last few weeks, I tasted something sweet, and you just have to, know how your body's going to react to it. But it's nowhere near what I would have eaten. It would have been, where I would eat like a whole slice of cake, like a regular slice. Now maybe a bite, if that, and if it's too sweet, I'm not gonna be able to eat it. But those things that like sweets, fats, fried foods, you have to avoid those because they're gonna slow down your weight loss, and you don't want that. I have to take a multivitamin every day. I did tell you all that. I don't drink any carbonated beverages. That was during the first 4 weeks. They said no carbonated beverages or straws. The only thing that I have added back in are the straws. No carbonated beverages, because I don't want to have gas. I just feel like it's going to give me gas. So I don't do that. But they will cause gas and discomfort. So I did not use a straw for the first couple weeks, and I still don't drink carbonated beverages. And you don't overeat. That is a major, major key to not overeat. You need to stop eating once you feel satisfied. If you feel like you have lots of gassiness, for me, that's what being full feels like, lots of gassiness and pain, then you've overeaten. So I don't do that. I stop once I get satisfied, and that's usually after about 4 bites. So I still eat very little. The only thing that I can kind of eat a lot of, and I try to avoid, are slider foods. And those are foods that kind of make a slurry almost when you're chewing them, and they slide down very easily. And that's stuff like crackers. Crackers do that for me. So I try not to eat a lot of that kind of stuff. And exercise. Exercise is a major key. I try to work out at least 5 days a week for 30 to 45 minutes at a time. Sometimes it's longer than that. And my exercise is not, I'm not going to the gym. I didn't have to do anything expensive like that. I go to the track at least 3 days a week if the weather permits. And I usually do about 4 miles. So, because walking is like really good for me. So I do like a brisk walk for 3 miles. And then that last mile, I go to the actual track where it's rubberized. And I'll run the straights and walk the curves for a mile. So that'll complete a 4 mile walk. And I do that maybe 3 days a week. And then the other days, I'm going to do some sort of strengthening and toning, or I may do like step aerobics or something like that. So that I'm moving at least 5 days a week, intentionally moving, exercising. And even on the other 2 days, the off days, I'm still, moving around, cleaning, doing something, trying to be active. And I can notice that my arms are getting a little bit more definition in them. You'll be seeing that a little in some of the later vlogs, how my body is changing, which I am very, very excited about. And the last thing that I needed to do, these are called the basic things I needed to do, was remember that I needed to chew slowly and chew very well. Chew up my food very slowly and very well, because my new stomach needed a little bit of time to rest and get back up to speed. So those were the basic things that I had to do, and I carried that on for the first 4 weeks. I don't know if I showed you in the last vlog. I don't think I did my pre-surgery fat restricted diet, so I'm going to put it here. And so the things that on this list that I could eat were pretty much things that I normally ate. Like some people have to do a liquid diet. I didn't have to do that. I only had to do this fat restricted diet, and they only wanted me to do it for 2 weeks, but I did it for like 4 because it started December 1st. So from December 1st to December 20th, this hair is getting in my eye. 1 second. But the things that I could not have on the fat restricted diet was no bakery breads or biscuits, pancakes, muffins, croissants, buttery crackers, stuff like that I could not have. And so I didn't have whole milk, no buttermilk, no chocolate milk, no yogurt, no ice cream. No, I couldn't have like foods cooked in butters and oils, whether they were vegetables or meats or whatever the case may be. No peanut butter, no whole eggs, no sausage, duck, goose, fried meats, bacon, no cakes, cookies, pies and pastries and puddings, and no cream soups or high-fat soups, and no fried foods with no oils and things like that. So those are the things I had to stay away from. And we talked already, that was pre-surgery. In the little packet it gave me all sorts of meal plans, a sample meal plan and a sample menu. And then it told me what I had for the hospital stay in the 1st and 2nd weeks post-op, and sample menus for that, and 3rd and 4th week post-op. So we talked about that prior in my last videos. So after that, I was able to progress to really regular foods. I started with chicken salad, and once I learned about how much I could eat, which was about a spoonful or so, I began to gradually be able to consume a little bit more. I am good right now where I'm at. I cannot eat a whole lot. I can eat 1 to 2 bites, but that's okay. I feel relatively satisfied, actually very satisfied with the amount that I can eat, and I am still losing weight. You'll see in the video where I was at month 2, but I'm currently almost at month 4, and I'm down to, I'm not gonna tell you, I want you to be surprised. But anywho, so what I needed to do was, after that 4th week, slowly transition to more solid foods, but I didn't progress too quickly because I didn't want to, have the vomiting. So thankfully I did not have any of the vomiting or anything like that. Calorie-free liquids were what they wanted me to have, so I needed to avoid fruit juice and high-calorie drinks and whole milk. So I still have not gone to whole milk. I drink fruit juices, but I try to get the 100% pure juices with no added sugars, and sometimes I'll mix them with water, making sure that I get enough water in. I have been prioritizing my protein still. I do eat a few vegetables during the 2nd month. I was able to eat just very, very limited quantities of vegetables, very limited. I prioritized my proteins, so I could eat eggs and chicken, a little bit of chicken, and fish, and just whatever proteins I could get. And I added my isopure proteins, 2 different drinks, and I was drinking the Fairlife during month 2. And they wanted me to do foods that were high in fiber. I haven't been able to do that. So month 2, I had a lot of constipation, and so I still struggle with constipation. So what I do is I try to, I do Miralax, and I get the single serve packets, and I'll put them in water or juice and try to drink that a couple days, and then I'm able to go to the bathroom then once I'm able to go, I stopped taking it. So I think as I am able to consume a better variety of foods, I think I'll do better as far as constipation. And they talked about using small plates so that the plate will look full. I didn't really have a problem. I don't mind that my plate didn't look full. You know, I just ate what I could eat, and that was that. But they do maybe suggest that if you have a problem with the small amounts, that you put your food on a salad plate so it looks like it's full. They wanted me to follow a 3-meal, 1 snack per day kind of meal plan. They didn't want me snacking throughout the day because it would prevent me from reaching my weight loss goals. Well, I still have not been able to get in 3 meals per day. I'll eat. So what I typically do is have a protein coffee for breakfast, and then I'll have something for lunch, maybe an egg or like a few pieces of chopped chicken and cheese, or a piece of fish or something like that. I rarely am hungry enough to have a meal in the evening, so I'll probably get like the sticks of cheese, which is a good source of protein, or if I have a boiled egg in the refrigerator, that's what I would consider my meal. And I try to drink water in between, and maybe some 100% juice with no sugar added at the end of the day. I still do the sugar-free popsicles every now and again. I do the frozen fruit that you can buy out of the freezer section in the like in your grocery store. So I'll do that. And so I do that. I try to do the 3 meals, but it doesn't always work. And the 1 snack, rarely. But a snack that I have tried is like peanut butter. A spoonful of peanut butter is a good snack because it's high in protein, like a tablespoon of low-fat peanut butter. String cheese, that's like I told you, I'll do that in the evening, and it's more so a snack. And that's pretty much it. I don't like the sugar-free stuff. Still don't like it, so I don't do sugar-free anything with the artificial sweeteners. And what I found out is that the Fairlife does have the artificial sweeteners. So once I found that out, I stopped drinking that, and I just do my Isopure now. My Isopure is unsweetened, unflavored, and I'll add that to a cup of low-fat or skim milk. So that gives me a little extra boost of protein, and that's what I'll use for my protein coffee. So that is what they told me about. Eating out has been an adventure. So what I would do if my husband and I were to eat out, I would let him order the entree, because I was only gonna I would just get a bite or 2 of his entree, and that's how, we would do that, and I'd be perfectly full. So that's how we've been handling eating out. In month 2, I started back traveling again. So that was an experience to really, figure out how to eat when you're traveling to events and the meals are determined. So luckily at the first trip outing, they had chicken, which was good. Now it was other things with the chicken, but it was chicken nonetheless, so I could eat a couple bites of the chicken. I tried some of the dessert. I didn't try any of the other items because they had a soup, and I didn't want to fill up on the soup. I wanted to make sure that I prioritized that protein. So I did eat a couple bites of the chicken, maybe a fourth, not even a fourth of that chicken breast, but I ate a couple bites, and they had this little dessert, and I tried the teeniest little bit of it, and it made me feel kind of, I don't know, jittery, like it was too much sugar. So yeah, I don't know if I was ready for sweets at that time. And plus, I'm not trying to slow down my weight loss. I'm gonna get in a good place right now, and I want to keep the momentum going. So yeah, I don't want to do that. But like I said, this book was filled with all sorts of menus and sample foods and everything. So they really helped me a lot with staying on track. I could call my nutritionist if I had a question about something, which was really good. So I appreciated being able to have that access to the surgeon. I haven't needed to talk to the surgeon. I've been very fortunate to not have any real complications as a result of the surgery. My incisions are healing beautifully. I mean, they are healing absolutely beautifully, and I'm feeling really very good. So I am very thankful for all of that. So yeah, if you have any questions, remember to put them in the comment section and I will respond to them. So now let's move on into a little bit of the vlog footage of what my month 2 was like. I hope you enjoy. See you soon, guys. The next clips show you how I've been doing during the second month of my journey. I had a lot of non-scale victories, like with this dress. This was a dress and belt that I could not wear previously because it was too small. And here I am in my office. I'm feeling pretty good. And this month's a lot better than last month. Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing? It is a bright Friday morning. Thank God we have sun, y'all. We have sun. It has been raining and cold all week. Still cold, but sunny, thank goodness. So happy for the sun. And my husband had some sort of crud going on, some sort of cold or what have you. And he gave it to me, or either I caught it from him or we got it from Eli. We don't know, but at any rate, I got a little sniffle and a little scratchy throat going on. So we had this medication. He thought that I had bought it, but actually it was from my daughter. Some sort of homeopathic medicine that you put under your tongue and it dissolves. He said it really worked for him. So I tried it this morning because I started noticing the scratchiness of my throat like during the night. And so I took a Claritin last night, but I said, well, let me just try these homeopathic things. The water is frozen on the ground, you guys, because it's been raining so much, and so it's like my yard was like a soggy mess, just filled with water. So that water was frozen. I was looking in there. But anyway, I'm going to run to the store. I got to pick up a couple things. Got a project that I want to complete this morning. And then I'm going to work out first. Then I'm going to complete the project. Hopefully it doesn't take me longer than an hour to complete. Then I need to begin getting dressed because I have something to do this afternoon. I have a photo shoot this afternoon. So I got to get dressed and prepare for that. And yeah, so gonna do that. So I hope you guys have a great Friday. It's February 3rd. Y'all, January gone, and that doggone hedgehog. Is that what it was? Not the hedgehog. Groundhog. The groundhog. Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow yesterday. So they're talking about 6 more weeks of winter. I mean, we were going to have that anyway because spring doesn't start officially until March 20th. So, I mean, you know, like my daughter said, we really need to stop relying on the woodland creatures to determine our seasons. She said it a lot more colorfully than that, but yeah. But yes, it's cold. That's all I know. It's cold down here in the south. About 29, 30 degrees this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I will check back in with you in a little bit. See ya. So I had this gold little party bag that I've had for years, probably 10, 15 years, maybe 20 years. I think I've had it that long. But anyway, I was going to add some feathers to this to make a feather bag, but I went in Walmart and I found this little thing here, and I had started putting the feathers on it. I'm sorry I didn't show you, but it's like a little purse. So I have some pink feathers that I've started putting on. I'm gonna turn it into a feather purse. I hope that I have enough feathers. This right here, just to cover that part, is 1 pack of feathers. So I'm probably gonna only be able to do one side because I don't have any more. I may have to improvise. Walmart had some feathers, but they weren't ostrich feathers like this. So these are feathers that I got from Amazon. But I'll show you the finished product, how it looks and everything. But I'm going to get back to it because I don't have much time. So like I said, I had the photo shoot this afternoon, and I wanted a bag for the photo shoot. Couldn't find one. And so I said, hey, I'll just make it. And so that's what I'm doing here. I got these ostrich feathers from Amazon.com. I'm not sure how much they cost. I will put the price on the screen or either link it down below in the description box if I can find the link to it. But anywho, what I'm doing is just layering the feathers here with hot glue so that I can make the design that I'm going for. And about halfway through the project, I realized, yeah, I'm not gonna have enough of the ostrich feathers to complete the entire bag. But I guess I'll have to make do. And so I am a little bit more than a month post-op, and I'm feeling really good. It's February 3rd. I'm feeling more like myself each and every day, getting more energy. I am taking my vitamins as instructed and just trying to, get back into the swing of things. And so, like I said, today I felt well enough for a photo shoot and to make this purse. So progressing well, healing nicely. Okay, so I am almost finished with one side. This is what it looks like. I hope you guys can see it. So this is what we have, and I am on my last pack of feathers. So what I think, I only have this much left. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe go to Hobby Lobby a little later and see if I can find some sort of feathers to do the other side. We'll see. If not, this will be a one-dimensional or a flat project. It won't be three-dimensional. Both sides won't be done. And that'll be okay. Dylan, please. It's getting on my nerves, y'all. But yeah, so I am just about done with one side, and it looks good. It looks good. I like what's happening. I do. I like what's happening here. So I guess I probably could have spaced them out a little bit more, but I wouldn't have wanted to disrupt how the feathers were laying and have too much of a space, and then the effect that I'm going for not be achieved. So it's okay. And I'm gonna finish this glue, y'all. I'm gonna finish this edge so that you can't see the folds on either side. I'll finish it with something. We'll figure out something. That piece of glue just will not stay away. But this is what we're looking like so far. Let's see, can you guys see it? This is what it's looking like so far. The purse, the little bag was $11 from Walmart. So it looks good. And I'll put something across this edge too to kind of finish that. But okay, we'll keep going. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely finished. Okay, so this is what we have so far. The front of the bag is done. The back, of course, is not, but we're gonna fix it some kind of way. We'll fix it. But I think it turned out really super cute. And for what I need it for, which is for the photo shoot, I could actually just hold it like this, and it would be just fine, I think. I think it'll be just fine. I just held it like this. If I don't find any, feathers for the back. But that's what we got, guys. This is how it turned out. I think it turned out okay. So these are ostrich feathers that I got from Amazon.com. And if you've been with me for a while, I did some feathers on a pair of shoes last year for a photo shoot. I'll link it so that you can go back and see how I did those. But all right, guys, check back in a bit. So in trying to add a little variety to my diet, now that I can eat a bit more solid food, I decided to make me sort of a Tex-Mex bowl. So I'm using these refried beans that I picked up, and I'm going to use the Seeds of Change Spanish style rice with quinoa and peppers and corn. And I'm just gonna, work my magic, put it together and see how this works. Now, I don't do this very often because this processed food or pre-made foods typically have a lot of sodium. So I am trying to not do too much sodium, but because I can only eat just a very small amount, right now I'm not in any danger of overdoing it on any of the macros at this point. So I chopped up some lime, and here I am just getting ready to weigh the food, because I do about 4 ounces per meal. And so I'm going to zero out the bowl first so that it is not included in the weight. And then I'm going to measure first the rice. I'll try to do about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of rice, and the same for the beans. I really don't think I'm going to be able to eat all 4 ounces of it, but that's what I'm going to do, because the goal is to, eventually get to eating 4 ounces in a meal. And that is probably what I will do for the duration of my life, is eat 4 ounces per meal. And I think if I focus on that and focus on prioritizing my protein like they want me to, I think I'll be okay. And as you know, even though rice is a carb and beans are a carb, if you put rice and beans together, they make a total protein. So they have partial proteins in each one. Together, they make a total protein. So as you can see, that's 3.5 ounces. I left 1/2 ounce because I'm going to add some toppings to this. And the toppings are a little bit of lime juice. And I bought some fresh pico from Walmart that I'm going to add to the top. Okay, so this is it. Put it beside my face so you can see how small it really is. And I will come back and let you know how much of this I was able to eat. So I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here trying to eat it. I've had 2 bites and I'm already feeling full. Let me show you. I added a little bit of tahini and some sour cream on top, just a dollop, because it's more protein and it's the light sour cream. 2 bites, but it's very good. So I mean, if you are in a pinch and you want a Tex-Mex meal, I'm looking at Grownish. If you want a Tex-Mex meal that's, you know, kind of light but filling and has protein in it, try this. Okay, but I'll be back when I'm done and let you know how much I was able to eat. Okay, so I ate as much as I go. I am just too full. I can't eat anymore, and this is what is left. So I'm gonna weigh this and see. I don't know how I'll be able to weigh it though. Dang, because I don't remember what the bowl weighed. But I'd say I ate about half of it. So if it was about 4 ounces, I ate 2 ounces. And that's pretty much what I typically do. I consume about 2 ounces in a meal. So I don't know how many calories it was. I don't know. I just got to make sure I get enough protein in. So here are just a few shots of me during month 2. You can see the weight is coming off. I'm feeling really, really good. Feeling healthy, feeling well enough to start working out again. This is me working out with Joe. It's called Glow with Joe on YouTube, and she has a great app that has some really good exercises that you can do in your home. They are low impact, but they use your body weight as resistance, so you don't have to have a whole lot of equipment to do the workout. And so I get a pretty good workout with her. This is the gospel working out, gospel music workout. I'll link it. It's really, really great, and it gets you in a really great headspace. I am usually feeling so good after I finish this workout. At this point, 2 months in, I am not back up to full blown working out. I'm easing my way into it, but I do this workout a couple times a week, 3 to 4 times a week, whenever the weather is too bad for me to get out and to the track or whatever. And here I am feeling myself at the end of the month, at the end of month 2, thinking, I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Come back again for more vlogs and chit chats. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.